Okay, so stocks I'm buying for October 2023 and November 2023. Just some of the stocks I'm looking at. Some of them I might be interested in buying. Some of them I've already bought. I thought I'd show you them, give you a little breakdown of what's going on. Of course, in September 2023, the markets come down pretty hard. Interest rates are at an all-time high. I think mortgage rates are like 6, 7%. It jumped up like 1% over the last month, so the market's come down quite a bit. But inflation's been coming down. I think inflation numbers just came out for Canada and they were under 4%, which is pretty good. It's a bit of a lag time, but I think things are kind of coming back to normal. And look at this, the market's already bounced up. Here are the lows early October, and this is the Dow Jones, and then we're already up here. So it's come up a little bit. This might be a little bit of a late video. I was able to purchase a little bit down here, maybe not the very bottom, but it kind of came back up a little bit. And my portfolio is pretty small. Essentially, ETFs and individual stocks are very nitpicky. I hold maybe 10 individual stocks. I'm going to show you some of them that I've been looking at, some of them that I bought in the last couple weeks. Kind of give you an idea what I've been thinking. Yeah, but I think less is more. Buy individual stocks. I usually go for growth stocks, things I think could do really well long term and grow, maybe hit a couple home runs, but nothing too risky. Yeah, I was a little bit nervous because, interest rates have gone up so much, and I didn't really see anything insanely great buys. But here's like FinViz. The market's come up quite a bit already. Oil prices are up like crazy because of the wars and everything going on. This was the first stock I was looking at, Dream Unlimited Corp. Kind of a Brookfield, but a smaller version of it. I thought maybe they might have some growth in it. This is one I've been watching for a long time. This is yeah, so I remember looking at this one right around COVID. It was trading right around this range here. So I still think it's a pretty good buy. And then I remember watching it just go crazy. This is when interest rates were at an all-time low, and then they were starting to go up, and then it crashed right back down. It's given up all its COVID gains. So one I've been kind of interested in looking at, but yeah, felt like there was going to be some problems. So I jumped on to the next one I was looking at. I never bought this one. And this is Tricon. This one had a really good day, actually. There was some big buys today. Almost sold 1 million shares. It looks like some big buyer got in here and it kind of popped, so maybe someone broke the news there. I'm not really too sure. And this one owns individual homes in the United States, single family homes for the most part. I think there's some, apartment buildings and stuff like that. But yeah, this one's another one I was watching for years. So you can go back like 5. What we got going on? It was going up and down here. I remember this area. It always go in the same little formation, $9 to about $11 sell off, and then boom, after COVID, psh, look at that. It looked great, and it's come crashing down. It's right in that range again. I really like this one long term. I think they're in a really interesting play, buying single family residential homes in growing U.S. States and cities. Interest rates have really affect this one, but I think if interest rates fell, like sales would just pick up again, and this one will be off to the races. Both of these are probably like a couple years. You're gonna have to wait it out, but I think there's a lot of opportunity here. They're actually managing really well, all things considered. And of course, if interest rates came down, this one's ready to go. Never bought this one, but just based on the day, I think someone big is buying in. Yeah, there's probably something interesting here. Kind of regret not buying it now. And then this is the only real estate one that I own. This is the only the only residential real estate trust that I own. Yeah, so I remember this one. I bought this one during the pandemic lows. Where's that? So I think I bought this around 15, maybe 16, $17. And it's pretty much given it all back its gains. But again, the growth in Canada is going to be insane. So many more people moving here. And this one's just locked in the big cities, great properties. I know this one pretty well. I feel very confident holding it and owning it. So I have no problems just investing the dividend back into the company. That's what I'm doing on this one. And this is the first stock I bought, individual bank stock. I own this in ETFs, but I haven't bought an individual bank stock before. So this is the only one that's in my portfolio. Yeah, they're all really good. I really couldn't decide, so I went with the one with the biggest yield, kind of guaranteed money. I looked at their payout ratio. It's pretty high. I think they're paying out like 75%, which is for a bank is pretty high, but guaranteed 7% yield. I don't think they're ever going to cut that. And of course, interest rates were to come down, which I think will happen 2, 3, 4 years out. This one's going back to all-time highs. I do like their growth story in the Americas, Mexico, Latin countries. I really like that story. I think there's a lot of opportunity there. I hope they don't give it up. They got their new CEO coming in. They're going to lay out their playbook in November. And you know what? I said, why not? Let's jump in on it. I bought this one at just 59.50. So I'm only up like 40 cents right now, but I'm not expecting any huge gains on this one. But and I was afraid, but I wanted to be somewhere in the real estate financial area since the only thing I owned was a real can until yeah, I bought this one. And I'm kind of excited for it. I think this is super easy. Sleep it easy at night. 7% yield, dividend yield, but I don't think they're ever going to cut unless something terrible happens. But it guarantees that the stock will double in 10 years if you get that yield of 7%. So this is just a super easy buy for me. There might be some downside. I could see it, you know, under a bad scenario falling down to that $55 range. But yeah, I thought there was a little bit more downside, but I said, you know what? I'm not gonna fight over pennies to make dollars. I'm just gonna take it. Yeah, and I'm happy with this one. I think there's some interesting opportunities there. I wasn't really sure. I was a little more afraid a couple weeks ago, so this is the easy one for me to buy. And it's not really a huge growth opportunity. It's not gonna make you bank or anything like I usually try and do. But honestly, maybe I'm feeling a little older. This seems really easy, nice. Yeah, and that's the stock I bought for October, November 2023. I'll keep you updated if I buy anything more. And maybe I'll show my portfolio one time and if it's requested or it does well. But thanks for watching.